Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Satisfactory. I'm here at the power plant, and I decided to go ahead and remove these three walls. Now, I did that mainly because I kept having these issues when I was playing around with these power poles and moving them around and stuff. Additionally, I actually added quite a few of them. There's 12 of them here. We only have 10 biomass burners right now, but I wanted to see how it would actually work, and it seems like it does not like walls at all. These power cables connecting the biomass burners to the power poles, they don't like walls. I don't know why that actually is, or if it's just these particular walls or whatever the case may be. It's just something that I needed to go ahead and remove. Now, I wanted to keep the walls. I played around a little bit with some of the stuff that we had unlocked off camera, like these walkways and things like that. I tried to do a roof. Looks like you have to use foundations, but I actually need to make, if I want a roof on this thing, I actually have to make this thing another wall height high, so another story, more or less, in order to actually be able to place a roof over the top of the biomass burner. So this thing eventually, depending on the power supply that we need, might end up being absolutely huge. It might go all the way up to that ledge up there, which wouldn't be a horrible thing. If I had stairs and stuff, I wouldn't have to run all the way around this mountain just to get up to the top up there. To maybe, you know, I don't know, get some wood, something like that, get some more biofuel, whatever. Anyways, I've got that sorted for right now. I'm not going to mess with the ceilings today. Something that I really need to get doing is upgrading the hub a little bit more, but additionally, I need to start working on this new iron production plant. So, I want to make an actual building, kind of like I did with the biomass burner, or the power station, or whatever you want to call this thing, the power plant, because we have 4 more iron nodes that we've yet to actually tap into. So, that being said, I had an idea in the last episode. I don't know how it's going to work exactly, aside from removing all of this stuff and rebuilding it, because we've got 2 nodes this way and we've got 4 on this side. But my idea was this: I wanted to probably do 2 nodes, or 2 constructors making iron plates and 2 constructors making iron rods, because those are the fundamentals for pretty much anything we need later on. Now, I know that the iron rods make screws, and I know that I need to get reinforced iron plating for some more advanced stuff, because it starts to creep into the process of things that we need to upgrade the hub and stuff like that. So I know it's going to be important later on for sure. That's just kind of the pattern that's been happening in the game so far. So I need to probably get 2 smelters up over there and then try and run them over here. I think this is going to be a really good spot to build our first building, or not our first building, but our first iron production plant. Who knows what we're going to need later on, but I think that that's the best option. So I'm going to have to deconstruct all of this, reconstruct it up, make something that's going to work. We're going to have 4 smelters. We're going to have 4 constructors at the very least. I believe we're only going to need 4 constructors, I think. I don't know. So let me go ahead and start deconstructing this stuff. We'll start to lay out some foundations, and I'll be right back. Alright, we've got the 2 iron miners right here all set up and ready to go, and then we've got the 2 iron miners on the other side of the storage facility also ready to go. The only thing that they need is actual power. Now, I know I said I was going to put some foundations down for the iron production plant, but I got a little carried away, and I started writing all this stuff down that I needed and where it needed to go and trying to figure it all out, and if I was going to try and do that on the fly, it was not going to go well. So, that being said, let me show you what I've done. This thing is absolutely massive. There's approximately 21 pieces that I've put in this facility. And I think we're going to have everything that we need. We're making screws. We're making iron rods and iron plating. We're making rotors. We're making reinforced iron plates. And we're also making mod frames, all in this one facility. That's assuming that I can get enough power over here, but I'm really, really glad that we got the power plant up and running. All of those inputs, all of those biomass burners, we can direct this way. Hopefully, eventually, maybe we can convert that into something else. I don't know. We'll see. But for right now, let me just show you what I got going on. Now, forgive me if this is a little bit misconstrued. I'm going to try and do it as effectively and as correctly as possible. I'm going to have to look at my notes. But that being said, let's take a look at this. The first things first is I want to make sure that we still produce regular rods and we produce regular plates. So, what we're going to be doing over here is we're going to have these 2 being those 2 things. So, one of these is rods, one of these is plating. It's going to go straight in and straight out. No mess, no fuss, easy peasy. I don't have the output set up yet, but we'll get to that in a little bit. Now, here comes the fun part. So, on this left-hand side over here, or I guess if let's just call this the right-hand side. On the right-hand side over here, this is where we're going to be producing iron rods in both, at once it's been smelted in both of these two constructors. So let's just check this. Iron rod. Iron rod. Perfect. Now, this is what we're going to have to do for the iron rods. Iron rods can make screws. So we've got another constructor set up over here that is going to be producing screws. One of these iron rods is going to go straight all the way over to the assembler because that's needed to make rotors. And then it also needs screws, like I mentioned. So we're taking the screws out of this and over into the assembler. That's going to make rotors. We're going to have an output. That's going to go into storage. Easy peasy. Now, the screws we actually need for the mod frames. That's on the other side of the iron facility. So what I'm currently working on is trying to get a splitter for the screws to go up and around and over there. That being said, let's take a look at that over here. Now, this is where it gets a little bit trickier. So this side, we're actually going to be producing iron plates and iron rods in the first two inputs that come into the facility. Now, we need to make reinforced iron plating. We also need to make mod frames. So in this one right here, we are making iron plating. We are also going to be combining that into reinforced iron plating because that takes plates and that takes screws. So in order to do that, let's just go ahead and set this up like that. Okay, so we've got the iron plating coming into here. Now we need the screws coming into here as well. And this one over here, we're making the rods. The rods are needed to make screws. Now, on the other side, I'm making screws already, but I haven't actually done anything with them at that point, and I need to make sure that I have just a supply of screws left over. I don't know how effective this is going to be, but it's a trial and error process, and if I have to come back and tweak this, I definitely will. But I'm going to be making screws on this side as additionally, because they're also needed just for storage, and I couldn't really figure out another way that I could do that. So, what I'm doing here is I've got the iron rods. We are splitting them off. Now, I've noticed that there's these cool little wall pieces that have conveyor belt things in them. So that's what we're going to be playing around with for a little bit. Actually, this one right here, I said that this one was screws, this one is rods. I'm sorry. So the iron rods are going in, and then they are going out all the way over into the very last step of this left-hand side of the iron production, which is going to make the mod frames, because the mod frame takes reinforced iron plating and rods. So that's going all the way back over there. Pretty easy step. We've also got rods going into here to making screws. We've got another conveyor belt up against the wall that's going to go out for our screw production. This over here, like I said, is producing the reinforced iron plating. That goes into the assembler to make the mod frames. Then we're going to have an output. So I think, hopefully that's clear enough for you guys to understand. Maybe I can get a little diagram or something like that on the screen to kind of show you what I've got going on with all the individual pieces and parts. The other thing that we need to make sure and do is get these screws all the way over here to this assembler. Now, how I'm going to do that, you ask? I honestly don't know at this point, but I'm thinking it's going to have a lot to do with a couple of these walls. So I need to have a wall output here that goes out. That's pretty easy. Hopefully this one is lined up against a wall. We can make it work. We'll just have to shift the conveyor belt over. Let's do that right now. Okay, let's do that on this side over here as well. Hopefully it'll... it's an invalid shape. That's weird. Okay, maybe I can shift the assembler over slightly. Or maybe I can push it back a little bit. I don't know. This is already a little bit of a weird angle. I don't know. Let's try it. So we'll remove this. We'll remove this one. It's already up against the wall, so we don't have to worry about it. We need the 0 slot. So here's an input, and there's an input. The output. We can try and get this thing centered somewhere. Like here. Let's try that. Okay, so 3. That does work. Perfect. That is going into here. Okay, awesome. So this is the iron plating. We need to have an output. Why does that floor too steep? What? Huh. That's really, really odd. Okay, well, that's going to be an output, so let's just put a pole down. I wonder if a pole... Yeah, okay, well, that doesn't make any sense. That going into here, and then we're going to go to an output out this way, somewhere. Now, we've got, let's see, iron rods and iron plates, plus we've got these reinforced iron plating that's being split off into storage as well. So I'm assuming, actually, you know what? Is this a little bit too far this way now? I don't know if it'll actually snap to a wall. Maybe it will. Let's try it. Floor is too steep. Okay. Oh, it works. Cool. All right, so now we need 3 of these things here. So let's put these 3 walls up. We'll do... There's a double on 1. Well, I mean, we've got 3 slots open, so might as well just go ahead and have 3. 1, 2, and 3. And then on this wall over here, we'll just put a regular wall. I might have actually put these backwards. I think I did. And that one's backwards. A little bit of trial and error here. It's not going to kill anybody. Alright, so we've got those 3. So now we need the conveyor belts going to here. We need the conveyor belt going to this one. Oh, dang it. No, not that one. Conveyor belt going to this one. And we need the conveyor belt here going over there. So that takes care of our iron rods, our iron plating, our rotors, and our... Yes, iron rods, iron plating, and the reinforced iron plating. Cool. Easy enough. So now we've got the mod frames as an output as well. That can go into storage. Now we need to bring these screws from all the way over here, all the way back this direction. So let's see how we can do that. I'm assuming we're just going to have to put a couple walls up and just follow the pattern. Should be relatively easy enough. What? Oh, that was weird. I wonder if that actually needs to be... I wonder if that needs to be like some kind of weird angle or something. Because we got to bring these up and around. Yeah. Okay, so let's just go ahead and put another one of these perpendicular walls right here. See if it'll wrap around on its own. Hopefully it does. Oh, cool. That's easy. All right, we'll just put another one up. Probably like right here. Okay, follow the pattern. Regular wall. Perpendicular wall. Perpendicular wall. Regular wall. Oh, well, that one snaps. I wonder if this one will. Wait. Okay, it does. Okay, here's our screw output. And we've got these coming in. And they need to go in to make the regular iron plating. So they've got to go a little bit further than all of this. So this one right here had to come up. So we're going to have to go up one more floor in order to get these screws back to the place that they need to be. Actually, you know what? Well, I guess I could turn this around and make it an input again, but I don't know if I really want to do that. It might be better going with what I had right now. Because we've got these going into here. We've got the regular plating going into here. Or the regular, regular plating going into here. And then I need to bring this other one over. So maybe we'll just put this regular wall up. Let's go ahead and do this for the rest of the facility. And eventually I'll have to make some stairs or something to get all the way around. This one right here, we're going to go ahead and put a regular conveyor wall. Regular conveyor wall. Regular wall. That's easy enough. Yeah, this thing's going to have to be at least 2 high, but let's go ahead and make it 3. So, what I need to do, because we've got this input that we need to get to, I need to have something that comes up and down and around. I don't know how effective or efficiently we're going to do, or be able to do that with. I can't make it through that. Okay, that's cool. Oh, don't get stuck. So I need to have a regular wall here. Actually, what if we did this? What if we lifted it up here? At this step. That's probably going to be our best bet. Put that up like that. Stick this here. Cool. And then we can follow the pattern out. We'll do an output here. Take these screws, put it there. That takes care of the screws. This one needs to be the perpendicular wall again. Okay. Just fill these with regular walls. Let's not get stuck on the conveyor belt. Perpendicular wall. Connect these two. Okay, and it needs to go in right here. So we're getting close. Ish. This is a good spot to come down at, but I just don't know how well we're going to be able to do that. Let's put another perpendicular wall right here. Let's start to bring it down a little bit. Right there. Then we need to go here. Encroaching another's clearance. I'm assuming that's because of the splitter. I wonder if we could actually move the splitter forward. That might actually be an easy fix. Okay, so let's take this. Encroaching another's clearance. I don't know what that would be encroaching, but let's see if we can put a pole, like, right here. Lift it up a little bit. It must be jacking with one of these. Can we actually shift this one back a little bit? We might be able to. Alright, so if that's the case, we'll leave that there for right now. We'll remove this. We'll remove the assembler. We'll remove that conveyor belt. And this splitter right here. Remove that. Remove that one. Take the assembler. Maybe place it here. Conveyor belt too steep, okay. That works. So now we need to have a splitter where it splits off here and then goes into here. Okay, that should be easy enough. Should be is the key word there. Logistics, we'll do a splitter. We'll put the splitter right here. Go out like that. We'll connect it over here to right. Oh no. Oh no. Splitter. Might just have to shift it over a little bit. Well, I don't know. Hey, there we go. Okay. Now that we've got all those hooked up, actually we still need this one hooked up. Make sure all of these are ready to rock and roll. I think we have every connection that we actually need. See what I was saying about how complicated this is? Imagine the power situation. Oh, that's going to be a lot of not fun at all. Ooh, we still have an issue with this one. Okay, so what were we doing here? Oh no. This is the iron plating. The iron plating needs to be split off right here. And then, okay, yeah, we're good. So we just need one more splitter. So hopefully we can just place it right there. Invalid shape means it needs to be shifted over slightly. That's in line with both of those. Should be an easy connection. There we go. All right, now to hook up the power for all these 21 pieces and then finish the walls on the remaining portions of this. Have the inputs here, get those set up, bring the other inputs all the way around. This should be a lot of fun. Let me go ahead and work on that really quickly and I'll be right back. Got all the power hooked up. I think I've done it correctly. Hopefully it'll work. I don't know. I pretty much just took a power pole, one central power pole, brought into the facility right here. Then it splits off into several different power poles in each corner over here and then in the middle and then meets in the middle over here. And I think I've covered every single piece of machinery in here. Now I've just got to connect this power pole all the way over back to the facility. And I think this pole right there that the cursor's on is the one that I need to connect to. So what I want to do is just connect another power pole here. We'll do 2 to that. And then here, we'll have to do another... Oh, those aren't hooked up yet. What about this power pole? We'll connect these two. The wire's up pretty high, so we don't have to worry about that too much. Now we need to connect... I guess we'll just have another pole right here. We'll branch this one off to this one. This one will power this one and this one. Okay. Let's go turn this thing on and see if it's actually going to start producing or if my entire building's going to blow up. That actually doesn't happen, but it would be kind of neat if it did. I mean, it would suck, but it'd be pretty cool, though. Put the last bit of the fuel in here. Now I just need to connect these 2 poles right here. Is it this one and this one? No, it's this one and this one over here. Hopefully... Does it work? Oh my god, it's all lit up. Are you freaking kidding me? That's amazing. I can do 21 pieces of equipment with 5 biomass generators. Let's see what the power capacity is of this thing. 100 megawatts? Holy crap. Okay, so why is it not actually working? Oh, you know what? I totally forgot to bring power all the way over there. Oh crap, that's more than 21. That's like 25. Is that actually moving over there? It's so hard to tell. I can't tell if it's rendering in or not. Okay, so I know that these first two are working. Obviously, this back half is not, which means those aren't being utilized. The usage right now is only 9, so that's like nothing. Now, I might have done something wrong, but before we do that, let's go ahead and set up. These are all out of fuel, I'm assuming, over here. Let's put some more fuel in them. Okay, it's going to trip a fuse. Actually, it didn't. Wow. Huh, that's neat. Okay, so we need to make sure and add some extra power back to these 2 over here. Hopefully it's not too much work. I mean, that's 2, so if I put another power pole, like right there... Oh, I love being able to do this far away. Why will it not connect? Maybe that's too far. Nope, it works. There we go. So this one... Can we connect this one back to this one? What trip? They've got green lights. Looks like they're working. Let's go into the facility and see if this is actually doing what it's supposed to. Okay, rock is here. Is it doing anything? Do I need to set these up on the other side? Iron is being produced right here. Is this thing... Oh, this one's not set up. So this one needs to be... I guess we'll do iron rods here. That one's not producing either. That one's going to be iron plating. Okay, this one's not running. And I'm not... Oh, that's why. The simple things. This is going to do iron. It's supposed to. It is running. It's running. This one over here is already set up. This one over here is already set up. This one should be set up as well. It's producing screws. It's moving over. This is producing rotors. Okay, iron is already making its way to the end of the line. I need to start getting some storage set up. Let me just go through the rest of these really quickly and make sure. See, this one is not set up. So this one needs to be reinforced iron plating. This one back here needs to be modular frames. Got those done. We had to move a couple of these and I forgot to actually mess with them. So this one's doing iron rods. This one's doing iron plates. It's probably just taking a while to get here. I'm assuming that's what the issue is. Unless we didn't actually ever connect it up to the proper place. If we didn't do that, might be a little bit of a problem. This one is not set up, but this one needs to be... Let me take a look at the chart really quickly. This one's being split off. This one's iron rods. This one is supposed to be screws because it goes up and out, correct? Yes, it is. Okay, so that is screws as well. This is the modular frame. Yep, we did that one. Okay. So that's just going to continually pile up. That's not too big of a problem right now. Let's go over to the other facility and make sure, the other miners, and make sure that those are rocking and rolling. Oh, it is. It is. Okay, we don't even have to go anywhere. That's great. Oh my gosh, look at that. Now those lines are not very clean. I'll probably come back off camera and fix those. These are relatively straight. They look pretty good. I can still run underneath every single one of these without too much of a fuss. Actually, without a fuss at all. That's nice. And eventually I want to put a roof on this iron facility, but oh my god, the scale that we went through to get to this, I mean, it is definitely working out a lot better with a lot less problems than I thought there was going to be. So I'm super excited about that, but I definitely got to work on a roof of some sort just because this open air is just, I mean, it's okay. Like, I love seeing this giant moth thing fly around, but at the same time, it would be pretty nice if we had something different. Okay, but yeah, we definitely got to do something with that. I need to probably, I don't know, maybe make a door or something right here. That would be pretty good. So let's take a look at the walls. We'll do a door in the center of this one. Flip it around like that. Cool. Now we just need to get some pods set up so we've got all these outputs going into storage. And then we should be ready to rock and roll. So let's grab some foundations. For right now, and then maybe we'll actually just make the storage facility all the way in the back. Now the problem, or the reason that I didn't do that in the beginning, was because I wanted to make sure, ooh, that doesn't look very good. Well, maybe we could just build it up again. I don't know, but right now I just got to get these outputs somewhere set up. This one, it's not actually doing anything. Or is it just taking a while to make? Oh, it just takes a while. So that one should go here, but it's only one at a time. So how does that actually work? Is the next one presumably going to be going... Oh, we're waiting on screws. Okay. Well, this one might be slow, but at least it's producing. Correct? No power? What? Oh, no. We have any extra connections over here? That one's 3 of 4. That one's 3 of 4. That one's 3 of 4. We didn't blow a fuse. Everything's still running. We're just waiting on pieces. There's the other one. So maybe that's what it was. We're just waiting on screws, and then it does one by one, by one, by one. It doesn't matter if one completes and... Okay, yeah. I was just curious to see how that actually worked. I mean, we could speed up the production of this for sure. Maybe just by changing around some of it. Maybe we put some more screws and only focus screws on the other side. The problem is we have to have screws in order to make these reinforced iron plating. So moving this over, I felt like was the best option for us to do. It might just take a while. I mean, I don't really know any other way to do it unless we literally just made screws in one thing, which we already were doing. But we were half in the rods. So maybe we just build a completely different one. I don't know if there's any way we could actually do that. Might make it a little bit faster. But either way, I mean, we are producing. We're not having to manually do it. And there's plenty of other things that I'm sure I'll have to eventually do. But you know what, guys? I'm going to go ahead and call this the end of the episode. I've been working on this for a couple hours now, and I think that it's come along very nicely. I'm very happy with the results of this. I don't know how efficient it actually is. But you know what? We didn't make any advancements to the hub. We'll get to that in the next episode. What matters now is that we are getting some of these advanced pieces and parts automated without having to manually do it and run back and forth and grab materials and stuff like that. So I'm very excited about that. If you guys like the video, be sure to leave a like. If you want to see more of it, make sure and hit that subscribe button and hit that bell for notifications. And again, if you want to buy this game and you're really interested in it, consider using the affiliate link down below in the description. Helps me out, helps the channel out, and I will see you guys next time.